When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Camp Randall Stadium, home to the Wisconsin Badgers. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Wisconsin Badgers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Buckeyes will kick it away to start. He'll start the return inside his 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So Wisconsin's offense will have the football first. It's not often we focus on a matchup quite like this, but David, we have a couple of premier tight ends in this game.
And we've seen it recently, right? Ty Warren last year, Brock Bowers the year before. Like, you can build an offense around an elite tight end, and both of these schools do it. The speed, the playmaking ability, the versatility. Palmer, I bet you wish you had a guy like this you could throw to.
You're right, David. I played with a lot of NFL guys at tight end, but none of them were as dynamic as these two right here. And you're going to see them get the ball in a variety of ways. We're seeing offense change in college football, and one of the biggest reasons is the versatility now at the tight end position, and these are two of the best in the entire country.
Looking for a man. It's Edwards. That one never had a chance. Incomplete. I wonder how much fun this is for him. The head coach trying to take down the old alma mater across the way.
Yeah, I think these are always mixed emotions, and how you feel about this, playing your old squad. Like, it's something about it, I'm sure, that's nostalgic, and all the memories probably come.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. The Badgers send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Gets his first one of the day off. He was called on 4 times in last week's win. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense has its first opportunity of the day. We've had a few receivers win the Heisman in recent years. Devontae Smith was special. Travis Hunter on a different level, playing both ways. But what does it take for a receiver to receive this type of Heisman hype, Jesse?
Well, you have to keep making plays when everybody in the world knows the quarterback's throwing you the football, and that's what those Heisman Trophy winners were able to do. You think back to guys like Desmond Howard. He stepped up whenever he had an opportunity on the biggest stages, and that's what this guy has to do today.
Well, and that's for everybody, right? Down the stretch when it matters most, you have to be elite. But for a receiver, it's hard because you're dependent on the quarterback. He's got to get you the football. But making those big splash plays throughout a season, and listen, he started off the year putting up great numbers. It's just got to continue.
Well, you see a great individual effort there that time, and you can see the skills this guy has, and he just reminds me sometimes of the great Ohio State backs we've seen in the past, right? You think of Archie Griffin and his 2 Heisman trophies, Ezekiel Elliott, J.K. Dobbins. This guy right here with his skill set, he's got the chance to be the next great Buckeye back.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Dropping back, it's Sayin. Using the quick game. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Buckeyes are on the move. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11. be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Second down, he'll throw it. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Ohio State. This is exactly how you want to start conference play. Early in the race for sure, but precisely the type of foundation you need to set.
And this is really the meat on the bone in the schedule, right? A lot of teams have out-of-conference games early in the season, but now is where it matters the most. You talk to any coach, they'll tell you, David, number one on the goal sheet is to win your conference.
And I think it's so hard because of the familiarity. You play these same teams every single year. You know them inside and out. They know your scheme, you know their scheme, and sometimes the momentum of the moment can be tough, so got to continue to play well within the conference.
This offense trying to quieten the crowd on first and goal, and they are not cooperating. He might want another play. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Touchdown, Ohio State! Quick strike through the air for the score. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing that he's going to sit down when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Man, this defense is setting the tone early. 3 and out on the first drive, and on the first play, the second drive, they get a TFL. They are sending a very clear and distinct message to this offense. They are going to set the tone of this game.
Great job by the defense winning those early downs. Now you get them in a predictable situation. 3rd and long. You bring in more DBs, more speed, more fun blitz packages. Get to have a little fun, go get the quarterback.
Complete to the right. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. And the Badgers will have it 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the big fella. Turning it on! Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Gonna run it. It's Dupree. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down. The Badgers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They'll ride the hot hand. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism,
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. And he's going to have to get into this. Oh, they block it. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. Looking downfield, it's Sayin. Starting to feel a little pressure. He's going to take off. And he scurries out of bounds and wisely avoids taking the big hit. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Scrambling away. Fires to the big fella. And he goes down after making the grab. Picked up a few, but he's still short of the 1st down marker. The Buckeyes can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to adjust the pattern. They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. Finds his big tight end. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here, and we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. To the ground to try to move the chains. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the 2nd level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a... There he goes! They'll guide him out of bounds down at the 25-yard line.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And he's got enough for the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 34. As much a part of Wisconsin as cheese and brats feed that running back for 1st down.
It's crazy, Reese. They don't find the most highly recruited guys, but they find tailbacks who are dudes. And Ron Dane to Jonathan Taylor to whoever it is, they always find a bell cow running back at the University of Wisconsin.
Looking to pass. It's Edwards. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Well, man, I mean, you don't get more wide open than that, right? Big fella running down the field, nobody near him. Quarterback puts it on him. Just got to make the catch.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Dupree.
Deep to shallow. That's what I have to understand that as a defensive guy. I take away those passes beyond the sticks, and then I react to those quick throws they have to the running back. It's my athlete versus yours. The defense won that battle.
And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute there.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that one.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run. Not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Tate. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking for room. It's Jackson. Got enough for the 1st down. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Buckeyes may be leaders in the modern game, but this has an old-school, vintage Buckeye feel to it when they move the ball on the ground.
And Ohio State's done it year after year, and it's player after player, but this university recruits him.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind backfield stripe at the 49.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Listen to this place. Oh, man, do they love their Badgers. Third down coming. Dropping back, it's Sayin. Pressure coming. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. They'll bring him down at the 14-yard line, and that return of the interception has this offense with spectacular field position. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. They really need to find a way to punch back on this drive, already down 14. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. And the Badgers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The run from the shotgun. Tackled at the 28. It's a pickup of 5.
A nice job on 2nd down. Maybe you're expecting a pass, but sticking the run in there, catching him off balance a little bit, getting a big gain, getting the first down.
Snagged in the middle. It's Mason. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too? The Badgers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Ballard. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. And the Badgers really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They'll try to get it through the air. Under fire. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on 3rd down. 4th down coming up. The Badgers line up to punt it away. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Sayin. Shoots it to the left. He's got an open man. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Right on the money. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
Offense changing the play. Wants to throw it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Graham. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking downfield on first down. Throws for the tight end. He's open on the right. Touchdown, Ohio State. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. The defense just lost track of him. There's no other explanation. I've got to assume they knew he was in an eligible position.
Or it was just ridiculously good scheming on the offense, Reese. I mean, just an unbelievable job of getting your guy wide open.
D showing blitz. They might be bluffing. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. Going to sling it on second down. Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Ballard. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. To the air. It's Edwards. Pulls it in. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. And the Badgers want to move quickly. Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. Lets it fly on the move. Pulls it in down the middle. You want to talk about shifting the field in an instant. He's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's first and 10. Give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
I think the offensive coordinators over there going, thank goodness we don't play them every week. This defense has been suffocating. This offense got to find something moving forward that they can hang their hat on, some kind of identity. Today they were shut down, but listen, there's a game next week, right? Like, got to continue to find what it is that makes this team go, that makes them tick, that makes them get first downs and hopefully move the football.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, and he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Badger!
We needed that. They needed to punch the ball in the end zone. They needed to cut this to a two-score game, and they needed some positive momentum. Something going well, something to point to at half to say, guys, we got a chance. That drive, they put it together. Nice job by this offense.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Bringing the heat. A pickup of 8 now to convert this 3rd and 2.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. In that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Looking to throw, it's Sayin. Makes the grab on the left. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. On the run, it's Donaldson. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a terrific atmosphere there in Madison.
He'll put toe to leather and get this second half started. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They open this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Makes the catch. It's Tate. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprint.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them.
Hey, listen, it's not just the offense that makes adjustments at halftime. The defense does, too, and that time maybe showing a little bit of a different look than what they did in the first half. Looked like they confused the quarterback. They're able to come away with a pick.
They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Badgers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Might as well give it to him again. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. And the Badgers will send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin them deep. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity?
He's taking the shot. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
He'll be stopped at the 27, but it's a 15-yard gain.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Now they'll run the draw. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense.
He tries to take the top off. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
And that's not the worst place in the world to miss. Coaches will tell you, man, when you're going to take those deep shots and those fly routes down the field, if you're going to miss as a quarterback, you don't miss inside.
Oh, he's got some space. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47. The Buckeyes with the 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Sayin. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. The sure hands, it's Donaldson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Listen to this place. Oh, man, do they love their Badgers. 3rd down coming. Looking to throw for it. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Porter. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. The Buckeyes will punt this one away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Motion from the wide receiver. Now the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. With the catch, it's Ballard. That play won't make the highlight reel except in the coaches' meetings as he works his way to the 39.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
To the air, it's Edwards. Working that left side now. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle. It's Mason. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Badgers will call on their punt team. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Makes the catch. Wants to make a move upfield. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
Well, I don't know if the big fella got freaked out because he was so wide open on that play, but that is a catch he has got to make for his quarterback.
Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. To the air, it's Sayin. Throws to the tight end. Got his man downfield. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. That'll be a gain of about 7, leaves them with 3rd and 3.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. There is no doubt, at this point of the game, this crowd knows how big this kick could be. What a disappointment. No good. Missed the field goal, missed the chance to make it a 3-possession game, but still a 14-point lead, guys. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Trying play action. Fires to the wideout. Finds his man. It's Anthony. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking downfield, it's Edwards. Catch in the middle, it's Anthony. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. And the Badgers are on the move. Trying to pound it in. Touchdown, Wisconsin! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That 3-touchdown lead has been cut to 7. The momentum has shifted, and now a chance to get it back on this drive. He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line. And the Buckeyes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking for space. It's Peoples. He's got it out to the 37 after gaining 5.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
The Buckeyes can really attack on this 2nd and short. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Gets it out quickly. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
How about this offense, man? You got to love it. Late in the 4th quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run, back it up with a pass, getting the first down, a few more first downs, and you can walk out of here with a W.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. Listen to this place. Oh, man, do they love their Badgers. 3rd down coming. Looking to throw it, Sayin. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. The Buckeyes will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Using his legs, it's Dupree. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
They'll give it to him again. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it, but the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Anthony. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure, it's a first down. The Badgers come to the line with a new set of downs. The give on the option. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Wants to throw. It's Edwards. Finds his tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead. It's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. Trailing by a touchdown, getting late in the 4th, and this is a huge, perhaps a defining moment in this game. Here's a throw downfield late. And he makes the catch inside the 20. This upset bid has been brewing since the start of the game, seemingly, and they are in a world of hurt at this moment, guys.
Yeah, keep the pedal to the floor, right? Don't let up. You've done a great job. You're the perceived underdog. You've taken control of this football game. Jesse, you got the formula right now. You got them right where you want it.
Yeah, they've thrown caution to the wind in this game, right, David? I mean, they came in knowing they'd have to take some chances and they'd have to be open and free, and it's worked to their advantage. Now's not the time to get tight if you're the underdog winning this game late.
Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
This is why 3rd down is so difficult for quarterbacks, because the defense substitutes, they put faster guys on the field, and they've got all of their different exotic looks they've been game planning all week for, some things you haven't seen on film yet, and it confuses your offensive line, it confuses you, and you're out here just trying to make plays, trying to do something right to get a first down. Wasn't able to gain a lot there.
Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move.
And this defense and their team, honestly, has just built some momentum here in this 4th quarter, man. And I'm interested to see this offense and if they can respond, if they can be physical, if they can run the football, they can make some plays here in this 4th quarter.
On the run, it's Peoples. Breaks into the open. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Gives it on the option. Runs through a tackle. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end, you need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
And you can't teach that gene.